what president didn't do what for who. It does that. None of that matters. That doesn't even.
Well, what are we going to do about it as a whole?
Hold on, wait. What
can we do about it as a whole? Let's talk about.
That's what I'm saying. We're not going to do nothing about it.
But I'm just saying, our community, like us, our people, what can we do? We fight a losing battle every single day. They give us no leg room to make any real decisions. We hold no real weight. Like, thank God for Barack Obama. They can say whatever, but he did it twice. You know what I'm saying? Like, he showed up and he did it twice. Black man. What can we really do? They don't.
What did he do for Black people specifically? What did Obama do specifically for Black people?
Like I said, I don't necessarily feel like this is an argument of what president did what. I personally just feel like this whole Trump thing is just America holding him accountable, and they never have. Also, he's been able to do whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted, because of what? Because he's a billionaire, because he's what? He gets away with everything. He stood in front of national TV and disrespected people with special needs. Women, he does a lot of things that he's never been held accountable for. So now the one time that he did something that doesn't seem like a big grand scheme of things, he just wanted some ass. So what? Straw that broke the camel's back. Let's hold him accountable.
Nurse Key, how does it make you feel to know that he did all these things to these people?
I don't like the man at all. It bothers me.
Is that reason why you don't like him?
Is it? Yes, I don't like him because he's.
So it's safe to say you don't also like your peer sisters that share the same color as you, that do the same thing to Black men and the same thing to their children and their bodies, as far as practicing purity and accountability. You don't like your sister, your counterparts to either, right?
I don't agree with everything that everybody.
They out here doing things. Donald Trump.
Yeah, and
don't you say nothing, Mr. Let Go. Don't you say nothing.
Because they giving up ass.
Don't you say nothing.
I don't.
They
I'm
selling
not
ass.
All
right.
I hold everybody for everything.
We got anybody else that want to? Sorry about that. You finished, Nurse K? Yeah, no, Trigger. Go ahead and put the cape on. You saved her. Go ahead.
You saved her. You saved.
Now we got to transition. I'm trying to be respectful of time.
It's our first time, fellas.
We got other topics. We gonna get it in.
Guys, listen up. As you get older, the best way to continue to look young, exuberant, and vibrant is to continue to take care of your skin. That's why I'm excited to have Teej Hanley as a sponsor of today's video. You heard me talk about them before, and you're going to continue to hear me talk about them because I believe in their products and the positive impact that they have on every man's life. Teej Hanley makes taking care of your skin so easy. They provide you with all the products you need and nothing that you don't. Every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. Lapeef family, I must admit, skincare wasn't always something I always focused on, but since I started using this system, I've seen improvements in the way my skin looks and feels. And you don't have to take my word for it. They have over 5,000 5-star reviews on their website from satisfied customers from around the world. I recommend you start with the level 1 system, which comes with all the basics: a daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer, and a PM moisturizer. In addition to amazing skin, members of Teej Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off retail price, the ability to customize your box, pause or cancel at any time, and free US shipping. And because Teej Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click that first link in the description and you'll get 30% off your first box plus the free gift. Seriously, that's an amazing deal. Even though it's too early, as I often say, it's never too late. Click that link and get started today.
I'm bringing that question back up. We are going to start with Sheba on this one. Where does your dating preference come from? You got the floor.
I think initially it's probably a learned experience from childhood, but I think as we grow and mature, it comes by way of experience. At least it's supposed to, right? As we experience and as we begin to learn ourselves, learn more about compatibility, learn from our mistakes, right? But I think initially, if we're talking straight out the blocks, probably from childhood, what you've seen in your household, it's a statistics show that most people tend to marry one of their parents or pick one of their parents. And I know that sounds crazy. You're not necessarily picking the gender of your parent, but more so a personality style. Even if that parent is absent, you may find yourself picking somebody that doesn't commit necessarily emotionally. So it's a lot that goes into play. But the goal is to pick better as we become more evolved, as we learn lessons learned, and as we begin to cultivate a healthier attitude towards relationships.
All right, solid. Let go. Where does your dating preference come from?
My dating preference comes from like I say, I like women with little heads, as an example, right? Because when I was young, me and my homeboys always had this understanding, like, all right, the girl is fine now, but you get her pregnant, she gonna get fat on you, right? So that's kind of like a thing we did. So how do we avoid finding a chick that turns around and gets fat as she gets pregnant? And then we start looking at the the fact that she got a little head is a possibility she's not gonna get fat. So that's one of the things. And my dating preferences also came from just growing up seeing the type of women that I grew up watching on TV, the Holly Berrys, the Nia Longs. I always like women who wear their natural hair and not wigs and stuff. You feel me? So my ex-wife never wore wigs. So my dating preferences came from just what I was used to, dating. And I think for 10 years when I was in my marriage, I was out of the dating market for 10 years. So 10 years later, I go back in the dating market. Now chicks are wearing wigs and all this other shit. So 10 years prior, they weren't. So after that, I was just like, I'm not changing my way of thinking and my preferences. No, if she ain't got a natural hair, I don't want to mess with her. So that's how my dating preferences came together.
You are the most interesting person on the Lapeef Network. I just need to give you that tonight. Little heads.
So you mean to tell me there ain't no women out there with natural hair that not none? You can't find one of them.
What do you mean?
No.
I'm confused.
They all just got wigs on, huh?
No, there's plenty of women with little heads with their natural hair. What do you mean?
Man, shit, right there.
I'm dating.
Sure.
I'm confused.
Just making sure. I thought you were saying like, hey, shit, I came back into the market. Shit's trash now, bro. I can't do nothing.
No. I'm just saying I stayed with my preferences is what I'm saying. I didn't turn around and say, oh, okay, I'll succumb to this new trend of wig wearers. No. Hell no. Same way.
Fantasy Island girl, take it away.
My preferences come from, I guess, what I've seen my family go through. My family's mostly been married, so me watching their relationships kind of tailored the type of man I wanted in a partner. I think a lot of people's preferences come from imaginary ideas, though, like from television shows or from movies, because they don't have somebody to look to identify this is the type of relationship I want. So they base it off of something they see on TV. And I think that's what causes a lot of these unrealistic expectations.
Nice. My man Bruiser, what you got?
Shit. I would say my preferences come from, like, I would say psychological conditioning, cultural norms, stuff that been passed down through, my parents who gave me a representation of, how they, I guess mesh with each other as far as with love and all that other stuff. And also as far as the physical side, because the physical and appearance is a factor in it too. I got that from watching music videos, BET Uncut, stuff like that. Seeing really good looking women in movies and stuff. I'm a real big movie fanatic. So a lot of that stuff was it dawned in on me that, okay, look, I like how her body type is. And I started to translate that into the women that I would prefer or be attracted to. Women with symmetrical faces, women with that waist to hip ratio, I like the gap. I don't know if y'all know what the gap is. The gap, what the gap is when the inner thighs don't touch. Whew.
Yeah.
Those things right
1000%.
there, man. Seeing that shaped my preference.